do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Two. Okay. Got it. 21.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Get set. Hey, kill. Got it.
On second down, here's Breeze. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
11.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Over the middle. Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Here we go. Move, 12.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12.
On second down, Ingram. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
12. Hey, two.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 50 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Luck's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll make it a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Got it.
They go play action here on first down. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On play action, now Breeze. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Breeze now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Get set. 11, 11, 11, 11. Got it. 21, 21, 21.
Breeze now. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And his throw here is incomplete. Coverage there by Von. Bell. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
47. Here go 46. 26. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Cooper's first catch and good for a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Room here to run. 23 yards on the play.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
26.
The give is to Elliott. There he goes inside the 30. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 41 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Easy.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here we go. Go down. Switch, switch. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. 13. 21, 21. Okay. Got it.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
12, 12, 12.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
set.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Got it.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Flush to his right. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, oh, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
12.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malik Collins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, kill. 21. Got it. 21. 11. 13.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, Elliott. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Elliott. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
A give to Elliott. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try to throw now. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. Completes it right side to Cooper. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Saints will have the football back. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Breeze to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
There's Breeze. And Watson has it right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Easy.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Ingram. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. 2nd
and goal from inside the 5. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and run with Ingram. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his. And only his.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott steps away. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Saints coming out now to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he can't get a throw off. off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Under. Monday.
Breeze is looking to throw. And he'll let it fly in the direction again. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Breeze going to throw. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance past the 20, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
21.
Breeze going to throw here. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Nifty move. Oh, now he bowls him over. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity, just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.